So, how did you begin doing Pysanky?
What?
How did you begin doing Pysanky?
I thought I told you. Oh, well, Donna come home with one of those Pysanky kits. It's a little, you know, beginner's information. And so she thought I would enjoy doing it, which it ended up that I did. And that's how I started. And I continued after that time, because it was during, before Easter, because usually that's when I would start the beginning of Lent, the 7 weeks, and then that's when I would work on the eggs. And I've been continuing, I don't know how many years now. Because every time I made one pattern, I made 5 more, so I gave one to each one of my family, my children. Prepare like eggs when I knew I was going to be doing it. Being that I had to drain them, that was a different job. I'd always make like a dozen of them, and that, you know, it took time, because it's a slow process. Getting rid of that, you know, draining the egg out. But you also can do it, what they recommend, after you color it, you can do it. And you know, make the holes and drain it. But then if you do that, and at times, the pressure, when you're working on it, the egg will pop. This egg was not, there's no white in this egg. You start with yellow. And see, like most of them, a lot of them, they start with white. But this pattern was...
It was a dark shaded egg when you got it, wasn't it?
What?
The egg was dark shaded anyway when you first got it.
No, the egg was empty. You know, it was a white egg. What do you mean shaded? I had to do all the design.
It had a brown tint to it, wasn't the egg, when you first got it?
Oh, no, the brown eggs, that's a different thing. This was a white egg.
What?
I forget where the brown eggs, I made some of those. I think this is a brown egg. Now see, this egg is almost like a Indian pattern, isn't it?
That's a nice one.
And that's a brown egg. So when you start, you know, you color with the wax, or rather, yeah, it's
Maintain the
brown,
color.
and it's a sort of a nature colors. The browns, the tan, orange. I'm gonna work with that now. Well,
Don't worry until you get it.
Yeah.
You'll see how you'll do.
because it's just a little thing like this, you know.
The color of these.
They left, she said, about 11 o'clock. So they had all the activities, they had the, you know, pictures of
Now look at this design on this.
they lit up torches.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, the guy graduates all had torches.
And she made a lot of her own colors too.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Did she give a lot of them away as gifts? Uh-oh, that one's broken.
Here's a broken one.
Still beautiful.
We stayed at a dorm, for, yes, and I thought it was Jamie's.
They're all very pretty
I
eggs.
remember going, being in there, redo mine, like refurbish it to get the new system.
Recondition it now.
Well, she says, this is obsolete. After 5 years, I have, that's the lifespan of it.